Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to physiochem.acadmey. As in the previous video we had discussed about the thermoanalytical technique and TGA, their application. Now in this lecture we are going to discuss some factors that affect the thermogravimetric analysis. So the very first factor is heating rate. Now there are two cases in heating rate. We can explain heating rate or the effect of heating rate on the basis of two cases. The very first one is high heating rate and the second one is low heating rate. If we provide a high heating rate to our compound, or we can say to our sample, there may be some step hidden, because at high heating rate there is no proper time for the absorption of heat. So the absorption of heat will not be properly done in this case, and therefore some of the step may be hidden in case of high heating rate. But in low heating rate, the substance will gain proper time to absorb the heat, and therefore we will be able to detect every step, or we can say every curve, or we can say every loss from our compound that occur with the temperature, with the increase in the temperature. So at low heating rate we will be able to gain more and more knowledge about our compound, and even the small changes can be detected through the use of the low heating rate instead of the high heating rate. So at high heating rate, another point is that at high heating rate the substance is not stable. We can say that at high heating rate our substance is less stable. At high heating rate our substance is more stable. And at low heating rate our substance is less stable. This is because at low heating rate, as I already mentioned, that at low heating rate the substance will have maximum time to absorb, and there will be proper absorption of the heat at low heating rate, and therefore the substance will be degraded properly. But at high heating rate this will not be occur, and the substance will not have enough time for the absorption of heat, and therefore it may not be degraded properly. The second factor that affect the thermogravimetric analysis is the atmospheric effect. Now, an atmospheric effect, we have got some substances that are unstable to oxidation, that are prone to oxidation. So if we have a compound that is unstable to oxidation, let me take the pen. If we have a compound that is unstable to oxidation, then in this case we would not be able to detect the changes that occur with the temperature. For example, if I explain this by drawing a simple thermogram, let's say here it is our temperature and here it is our concentration. Now if we increase the temperature, this substance, let's say this substance at 50 degrees centigrade have a curve according to usual phenomena. But if this substance is unstable to oxidation, and here at this stage we provide in our environment oxygen is present, we will observe a curve that will occur before the 50 degrees centigrade. For example, here it is our nitrogen environment, and at this stage here our oxygen is present, so this compound will react with the oxygen and oxidation will occur. So we will not properly observe that why this curve has been occur. we will usually think that this curve has been occurred because of usual phenomena, but it will not be because of that 50 degrees centigrade. It will be because of the presence of the oxygen. So atmosphere can also affect our thermogravmetric analysis. The third factor that affects the thermogravmetric analysis is the pressure. Many times we observe that evaporation and decomposition overlap each other in many experiments. So in order to differentiate between these two, we need to reduce the external pressure. We need to reduce external pressure. In this way, by doing this, the substance will boil sooner and will evaporate at lower temperature, and when it reaches to the decomposition temperature, the decomposition will occur. So by reducing the external pressure, we can say that we can differentiate between the evaporation and decomposition temperature for those experiments where the evaporation and decomposition overlap each other. The fourth factor is sample preparation. We can prepare the sample through two ways. The very first one, we can prepare it in coarse mixture form, or we can prepare it in powder form, or we can say that fine powder form. No, by preparing it in the coarse mixture form, the distribution will not be proper. The distribution of heat in this case will not be proper, and in fine powder form, heat will be distributed properly. Here we can say not proper. Here heat will be distributed properly. So we will try to study our compound, or to make the TGA of our compound in fine powder form, because in coarse mixture this may affect our final results. The fifth factor the crucible which we will use to heat our sample should be stable at high heat, and also this should be inert one, should not react with our sample. So this was all about the factor that affect the thermogravmetric analysis. In the next video, we will try to cover some basic discussion about the thermogravmetric analysis, and we will discuss some basic point like room temperature, ambient temperature, peak temperature, thermogram, and thermogram for polymer, and some other important point. So try to watch that video also. And for now, thank you very much for watching this video.